We have Mr. Dandredge, our EVP Platinum, that's coming back to us with the Turnkey Business Training. And at this time, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not ready.
Well, she putting it up on.
Okay.
Maybe just take a while.
Okay, well, we can, okay, you wanna go?
This part about training, my economists, is to get you to the point to where you can understand how to actually operate as a business, okay? So the latter part of this training today, we want you to pay attention because, as we talked about before, some people are shy personalities. If you have a job and you've been working a job, this is foreign, how to operate business, bottom line. You got to learn, okay? Sometimes you say, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. I'm shy, I'm this, I'm that. We've got great trainers that's coming up to show you how to actually operate your business as a business. I had to learn how to do this, you guys. I worked in a job. First, I was newspaper editor, then I became administrative assistant. I sold a in between there, and I did desktop publishing and photography and all of that. But how to truly operate as a business, my mindset and so forth, I didn't know how to do it. Kevin talked about how he came into business and sat down. I did too. It took me 3 years to recruit my first person in business with me. 3 years. But now listen, that was my sister-in-law and my daughter. I mean, like, that took a lot of convincing. I just told my daughter I'd wring her neck if she didn't sign up, you know. And so my sister-in-law is very loyal, so she did it. Didn't have to say much. So you do have to learn how to operate as a business. We've given you all of this financial knowledge now. Now this is the side that's still financial knowledge, because this is the side that's gonna build you some income, okay? And that's what this afternoon is designed to do. I thought Mr. Dandridge would have walked back in by now. But so any questions so far? Am I saying something? I'm saying something. No, I'm just saying. We added it. So there he is. There he is. Y'all put your hands together for Mr. Daryl.
All right, here. All right. Appreciate that. Sorry for having to step out. Gotta come with age and water pill. All right. Well, yes, certainly. My name is Daryl Dandredge. Oh, I'm sorry. We got guests in here. Y'all don't know how crazy I am already. I'm sorry. Y'all figured it out. Certainly to Ms. Pace, thank you so much. Certainly to our host, Ms. Harden. Just certainly everyone who's been here today, and we believe and hope that everything has been done to prove beneficial. I know we have someone who came in just a little later in the during the presentation time. And as Ms. Pace stated, as far as being a business owner, there are some things that you have to do, that you need to do. One of our biggest problems has been or is in business, whether you are in network marketing, or you're in a lawnmower shop, or you're in Joe's hamburger joint. You notice that a lot of businesses, they get started, but after 3 to 5 years, they're out of business, if that long. Typically, it's less than that. And it's not because you remember your cousin who started his real business? Because everybody in the family said, well, you need to learn how to, you need to go in and open up the rib shack. Because boy, you sure know how to cook some ribs, right? Well, he went out of business, he started a business, went out of business, and about 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, not because his ribs got nasty. He didn't have a business plan. He didn't have a strategy to make his business work. And then certainly the same folks that told him, boy, you need to start a business, they didn't have any suggestions, ideas other than start a business, and basically you're gonna get rich, and most of the time you know what happens. Once they start with the business, you start going over there to support them because they didn't give you the hookup, you know. Yeah. And so, but there are some things that has to take place to help you, whether it be in business or even in life. The things are where I have been most successful in my personal life and in my business life is when I have taken on either a mentor, started really using some strategies that were laid out that has been successful. Are you with me? Really, in your personal life? Yeah. Those things that you failed in the most and most horribly was those things that you said, well, I can do this. I can do it myself. Well, what we are sharing here today is what's called the Turnkey Business Building System. It says on. Hit the button. All right. I was telling Kevin, wait a minute, no, okay, here it is. Okay, there we go. All right, okay. We call this as far as a franchising revolution, turnkey revolution. Revolution means what? Revolution means what? Let's go back really to fifth grade. Take on, okay? It's a movement, it's a turnaround, it's a system that has been put in place to help things to become different than what you typically know how to do, okay? Been done. And so we still like to show with the franchising turnkey revolution, because one of the things that's happened is that a franchise is one of the things that you really want to do if you want to see some things happen. And we're going to talk about that and make these things easier for you to internalize. Turnkey, what does turnkey mean? Turnkey is a way of doing business using repetitive processes, which increases in efficiency and shortens the learning curve for others. This is important. A way of doing business using repetitive processes, doing it over and over again the same way. But most of the time, what do? We get bored with it. And so we say, well, I got to do something different. I know, again, when I failed horribly, it's because I wanted to do it my way, a different way, which I know is going to be better. And that's where I've lost out many times. The turnkey is simply that, a way of doing business using repetitive process, and it shortens the learning curve for others. There was a guy by the name of Ray Kroc in the late 60s or 70s who took this and he really put franchising on the map. There were others who done it, but Ray was the one who really did it. Because did, like I said, what we call turnkey made famous. Ray Kroc, he was a milkshake salesman. Okay, and what he did was actually he would go around to different restaurants and he was selling milkshake machines, trying to put a milkshake machine in these different restaurants. Well, one day, Ray happened to walk up on this business called McDonald's, MAC, and when he walked up in there and he saw that there were kids who were literally running this restaurant. They were high schoolers and they were running the restaurant. And Ray said, well, look at this thing, it's running so efficiently. All right, and so what he did, he got with the McDonald brothers, they were at their restaurant, and a miracle really occurred. A miracle is something that's out of the ordinary, right? And so what Ray, what he did was that he said, man, with these high school kids that's running this thing, we take this and make the same simple process and make it a turnkey, not only here, but all across the country, not even really realizing that it will go all across the world. Mm-hmm. Now, you all know about McDonald's, right? Anybody ever been to McDonald's before? You sure have, right? Did you all know that McDonald's was in Seattle, Washington? Did y'all probably? Did y'all know that McDonald's is also in Singapore? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all across. And guess what? Yeah, it's the same simple process, regardless of where you go. Only thing different, the words on the board may be a little different the way you read it here in the United States. But it's still McDonald's. And you know, when you go in there, what to say. So what Ray did, he actually changed the name from Mac, M-A-C, to McDonald's as we know it today, okay? But Ray was on to something. He said, hey, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take a concept called franchising, as he went through and he sold it after he bought it, and took this thing all across the nation. And that's what you want to use today. That's what when we're looking at this turnkey made famous, you want to do the same thing in and through your business as well. Ivy Stokes, some of you all may know him. Ivy is a 56-year-old African-American guy out of Atlanta, Georgia. Ivy has been documented, actually it's a little bit more than I would, documented as having earned over $600 million in business income. 56-year-old African-American male. He said this, it's not the name or the brand, it's the process, the way of doing business. That's powerful. I may be kind of partial to that because Albert Stokes is the owner of My Econ. He's the one who started this company and the reason that we're here today. But he says it's not the name. It doesn't matter about the name of the business because anybody who went to McDonald's and got sick? You know, I was talking to my cousin last night and she said she loves her some McDonald's. She said everything in there, she put everything in there, make her sick. But she loves it and she ought to know that what she needs to be when she eats us some McDonald's. So it's not the name, it's not even the brand, but it's the process. And so when you look at it, even taking it personally in your own life, it doesn't matter about who you are, but there are successful people that's all around you that you look at them and you say, how did they get successful? Remember one in high school that was, even though they didn't put it in the high school annual, the yearbook, the one who was least likely to succeed, they used to do that years ago. The ones who was most likely to succeed was usually the ones that didn't.
I was the least likely to.
See, huh?
I was the least likely to.
You see, and look what happened. Here, there's this guy right here. You know, it's just become a awesome man. But we know that Kevin was not. He defied the odds because he was most likely to succeed. He's done a great job. But this is the thing about it, it's the process that a person goes through and they take advantage of what they're being taught. They say, hey, I don't want to do it like everybody else. I want to step outside of the box. I don't even want to talk about step out of the box. I'm not going to get in the box because they found a process and then they finally said, well, hey, this is the way of doing business and I want to find out about it. And that's why, like I said, My Econ is a personal financial success company. That's who we are. We're a personal financial success company. We're not trying to make somebody else rich. We're trying to show you how to become rich or financially successful for yourself. And so we're giving you a system that is laid out and called it personal. You have to make it personal. Kevin did an outstanding job. Then I'll tell you, let's give it up for Kevin one more time. I told him what the old preacher down in my community down in Little Rock, he said, boy, you're just getting gooder and gooder. And so just awesome job. You talk about how we are responsible for our own personal finances. It's My Econ, M-Y, economy. It's My Economy that I'm responsible for. And that's what we're going to do is help you do that. And because we have a turnkey system that's in place. My Econ Business Building System, Personal Financial Success System, PFSS, that's what we call it for short. And the first is to minimize your taxes. We've heard this throughout the day. We can't say it enough because that's one of the things that I know that those of us who've been in business for a while and you talk to folks, every time I go to a conference, every time I go to a meeting, we're talking about minimizing taxes, eliminating debt. But what did we say that a turnkey of successful has to be? It's a repetition. It's a repetition. So you need to know this. I was talking with a young lady this morning, and she said, I've been in My Econ for a little over a year now. She said, and I have not changed my W-4 yet. But because we talked about today, she says, I'm changing. Just think we just started talking about some other stuff.
I don't know who that was, by the way.
And I did not say it. But then also, like I said, with that person for financial success, you minimize your taxes and you create business income. We are in business, right?
Right.
And it really behooves me to say, and it trips me out, how people, like I said, we don't want to talk about the business aspect, but this is a business. And the way that you really are able to minimize your taxes to the fullest extent is because you have a business. Kevin told us that President Obama, when he wrote an article and said every American needs to have a home-based business. He said we need to do that because you get a chance to take advantage of the tax system that is legal based on all the documentation. We saw that he did a great job of sharing that with us today. Then, like I said, with this business income, you minimize your taxes, then what you're able to do is eliminate this debt, that mortgage, that car note, student loan, all of those things there because you need, with your personal financial success system, here it is, you got this debt. Here is a strategy that has been laid out, that has been proven. That's the great part about it because it's proven. That's, I think, so let the church say proven, but let everybody say proven. It's been proven that this works. I want to interject something here, just real quick. Chris, I'm sorry. Can you give us just a real short promo of how long you've been in my econ and what has happened for you? I'm sorry. So the rest of y'all get ready too. So there's one or two more I'm gonna call on.
My econ, I've been my econ, I'm elected by president. I've been my econ for nearly 5 years. Since being my econ, by applying strategies, I had cash flow of $40,000 back into my home. I eliminated debt, my car was paid off, I was able to get a home. In my 20s, and I was able to even open an investment account by following strategies.
Wow, let's give it a Chris. Good job. Good job. He said he eliminated that, he paid off his car. All right, so most young people, because Chris, you were how old when you paid?
Huh?
You how old when you paid off your car? 28, and you how old when you bought a house?
29.
You didn't say
29.
About 29? Okay. He was a young man because he learned a system that's proven. It's working. Let me get this story so we won't run this time. Ms. Stacy, you want to share your story just really quick?
Okay. When I started in my econ, it's been over 14 years and practicing the strategies and principles. My husband and I actually recovered $12,000 a year back into our household. We also eliminated debt. I eliminated over $30,000 worth of debt. I didn't have a whole bunch, got some more now, and still haven't eliminated them. But all in all, in 14 years, I've actually increased my cash flow by over $1 million. So that's in every area. We got some cows, got some more business opportunities that I've just stretched, and there's no limit.
Good. Wow, let's give it up. Wow. So 5 years, 14 years. And as soon as Nargis get that situated, do you want to come over so you can stand in front of the camera and share yours very quickly? Because we're talking about a proven system.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Nargis, this is Nargis.
I've been in my econ going on 5 years. I've cash flowed over $50,000. I have 2 investment accounts. I have emergency funds. My credit score is really good. And only 5 years ago, I was giving my taxes and my money to H&R Block to file my taxes. So I came a long ways thanks to the education of my econ.
Nargis didn't share that at one point she was actually homeless with 2 children. And because she's using a proven strategy, a system, and we're on the internet live right now as we speak, telling stuff, you know, if folks are lying and they know that everybody looking at it, they're not gonna say it on live TV, if you will. It's a proven system. All right, and then talking about the investment strategy, we heard she has opened up 2 investment accounts. We got investment accounts. This is another investment where they talk about they have cows. Okay, that's investments. And those are the things that we've learned to do. It's not my econ, but we've learned that's not a my econ investment that Nargis invested in. I think Chris invested in our bet. We're not investing in my econ. We've learned this turnkey strategy that allow us to be able to look out into the system with other folks. We don't have, Chris said last night, we don't get mad anymore when we see the rich getting richer. We don't get mad anymore because now we understand the way the system is designed. And so we can be that as well, okay? So building financial independence or wealth, boy, they look good, huh? It's nice to have that, but what's the difference? Talking about independence or wealth, financial independence or wealth, is there a difference? What we do is we go out and we tell somebody about it. When we tell somebody, they say, hey, I found a system and it's working. There's a scripture in the Bible where a woman met Jesus at the well, y'all remember that? And then Jesus, after he told her those things, that she went off into the city and she told the men in the city, what? I'm see your man. In other words, just like this woman right here, she said, man, I found something, I found a system. And it's working. There are people around and they're using it, and they've been using it for 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 14 years, and it's working. So when you tell somebody, then what ends up happening is that you build a network of associates. You build a network of associates. There are people that say, hey, I want to know as well. I want to know what's going on. And then somebody else told somebody else and said, hey, just by sharing this information, Kevin told us, he said, like, have you been to a good restaurant lately? Anybody been to a restaurant, a movie? All right, you went and it was good. Did you tell somebody? Tell somebody about it? And then, but did they pay you? No, they didn't. But my econ says, hey, what we're gonna do, we have a system that's set in place. You share with someone that becomes part of the program, then you build a network of associates. I think, like I said, we're here from Arkansas, all right, here in Texas, and I've met some people that I hadn't met before, talked to you on the phone, never met, and I know her by way of our mom. There are some others that were here that you met some people that you never knew about, but they told somebody, and then they tell somebody else, and it continues to grow just because you share this proven system that's working. Okay? Then people, like I said, we do it all the time, and we build a network of associates. But the thing about it is, are you getting paid for it? Are you building independent, financial independence, or are you building wealth? That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? Financial independence basically says, I'm working a good job, I got money that's coming in, and I can pay my bills. Wealth says, I may not necessarily have a job, but I can still pay my bills. If something happens to my job, I can still pay my bills. You see what I'm saying? If I was to die right now, my grandkids are still going to be getting my, that's wealth. You quit your job, I mean, if you die next week, your employer, after your funeral, go have somebody else in your position. And your grandkids will get nothing. Your family will get nothing. Maybe some insurance. But here's, like I said, what we do is we also have various products to offer. Like I said, with this right here, we get, as far as travel, Kevin did a great job with that. As far as travel and coffee, if you need to lose weight, if you like drinking coffee, we have an awesome coffee that can lose weight. Also on there, we have the item here. Now at the Daily Ultimate. Ms. Pace, how much weight did you lose?
Now it's been a total of over 85 pounds.
Over 85 pounds. Using that to, and also, she didn't just drink, just, lost it. As far as exercise and mindset shift, all of those things made a difference. You like coffee. It is a stuff that you can get from yourself, and the people that's really operating and being successful in their lives and in their businesses, they're buying from themselves. Whatever they can get from themselves, they can. So our company is set up that you can buy things that you're buying anyway. Why not buy from yourself? There's so much more to that. So what do? We build a network of associates and move products and services simultaneously. So what does my econ do? So that you will know, this is what we do.
Yes.
We build a network of associates. I used to be ashamed to really talk about it because I've been a part of network marketing, multi-level marketing for years. And I heard about the pyramid schemes and all this kind of stuff because of my age group, a lot of things that did happen. And I was even asked a question last night. Well, is this a pyramid? Yeah, that's what they want to know. And so, like I said, we can go through a whole bunch of different things to describe what pyramids are, but I'm not going to do that. I can share those with you from the church all the way down to your job. But there's no need for us to describe that. But what we do is we build a network of associates, and then we tell people about it. I found some good stuff, like what to talk about. And we have products, those things that I share with you, that was just a few of them, and services. And we move them simultaneously because as a result, anyone that's in here that got introduced to my econ, and one who got introduced that is in my econ. Okay, if you're in my econ, raise your hand. All right. So that's everybody that's okay. Now, is anyone here ever bought anything from yourself? You bought coffee, you bought travel, you did something, got from yourself, okay? Because you're in the business and you bought product that was moving simultaneously. You're part of the network because you're doing things all the time. I get a paycheck now every week from folks that bought stuff that I don't even know who they are. From all over the country. And I'm sharing this good news. Just like what I'm doing right here by being in Dallas with you all on today. So that's what we do. So the turnkey mental toughness is what you really gotta have. The power of turnkey is the process is systematized or turnkey. Don't try to change the system. I'm talking to your associates now. Don't try to change the system. Okay, it works. Master the turnkey techniques. Learn what we do. Learn what is in your back office. All right? Learn by coming to the conferences, the webinars, the conference calls, all those kind of things. And I know, like I said, we got them going on just about every day of the week, Sunday through Friday in particular, where as far as conference calls and webinars and things like that. You can't get on all of them. So stop using the excuse, oh, I'm just so busy. We got something going on all the time. So you can take an hour out of your week, because if you're in business, you're supposed to be doing 3 to 5 hours on part-time anywhere. And all you gotta do is sit there and listen. And hopefully you don't go to sleep, and if you do, don't tell Miss Pace. Bust you out. And then things do change. And when they do, turnkey each new strategy. In other words, what I'm saying here is that things will change. Because there are some things that we're doing now in my econ that I didn't do 4 years ago when I first got involved. And they said, hey man, shoot, this thing is working. So let's try this. And so now it's become a turnkey because it's a strategy that's working. Does it make sense? Okay, so master the turnkey techniques that's going on right now. Know what is taking place now, because we have some really young and energetic people. Just like I said, we hear, about all across the nation now. There's one more movement. Anybody ever heard about one more movement? Yes. One more movement. I'm talking about just have really been have become famous in my econ. Folks all over my econ knows about this one more movement. When they hear that I'm from Little Rock, it's, oh, you part of the one more movement. Yeah. You know who started the one more movement? Raise your hand. The guy that was least likely to succeed. Right. Who's done a marvelous job. And so with that, now there's a new system that's taking place. And Mr. Stokes stood up and looked up and said, you know what? I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. And so we put some of these things in place. There's another guy, Brian Bean. He came on board same time I did. I think Brian came on a week before I did, 4 years ago. 3.5 years ago. This dude has made over $1 million. Learned using the system and turnkeying it. Kevin messed around and saw it and started really making us aware of it in our area. And so we're looking at use this system, and it's working. And as a result of it, I've become platinum. I was using the turnkey system. Okay, I really hope that y'all can get this. I'm just about done. Why the network marketing platform? Because it's a very successful industry. So if you are ashamed, this one I stopped being ashamed of telling folk about network marketing and multi-level marketing platform, okay? That you know that $34 billion, it's a $34 billion industry in the US alone, 34 billion. Actually, it was a little bit more than that. These stats actually came from like 2012, okay? $112 billion of it worldwide. It's self-funding. In other words, you start with very little money and you become super successful. I'm gonna tell you how very little money that you can start with. I'm gonna tell you how much I started with. I started with zero because someone planted a seed into me and said, you're passionate about this. And I see this is what you want to do. And what they did initially, they loaned it to me. And then when they said, you know what, I'm proud of what you're doing. I wasn't doing a whole lot. They said, I'm proud of what you're doing. I see something in you. God told me to bless you. Very little. Okay? But for the amount that takes $199, $200 to get started, that's very low for a business. And then get the tax deductions that you are eligible for. Typically in the first month, you're going to get that $200 back and more. I tell folk all the time, there's two things that I'm gonna make sure that that's gonna come out of my pay. First two things come out of my pay, my Davis, my tithes and my econ monthly membership fee. Because without that monthly membership fee, which at first I said, oh, here's another bill. I'm trying to get out of debt, and that's time I gotta pay another bill. But guess what? As a result of that $34.95, that's what allows me to get paid every week. And if I'm not getting paid every week, it's what allows me or you to be able to take the tax deduction. Because if you are not paying the $34.95 and you are inactive, guess what? You ain't in business.
That's right.
And the ain't is intentional.
That's right.
You're not in business. You are not eligible for the deductions. You need to change your W-4. You need to put it back to where it was, because until you get back in business again. And we're talking about, when we go back and we're talking about the turnkey mental toughness, this is what I'm sharing with you so passionately and deeply from my heart. I gotta be for real with you. Gotta be for real with you. The networking platform here, as again, number 4, is self-replicating. Traditional business must have a plethora of departments, marketing, account, advertising. How did I write that up? Traditional business must have a plethora of departments: marketing department, accounting department, advertising. You got to have all of that if you're going to really have a successful brick and mortar business, right? All right. Networking only requires marketing and training. 2 things: marketing and training. How awesome is that? The training is even provided for you in most cases free of charge throughout the week. They make it a $10 to your associate. You have to pay $10. You have a conference such as this, you'll pay $25. And then it's taxed up. It's taxed up. Kevin said, may not be free, but you get a chance to write off on your taxes. But then again, look at all that is allowing you to be able to accomplish financially. Okay? We go on here. Revolutionize major industries: financial services, nutrition, weight loss, travel, telecommunications. These are industries that's going on. They're making a bunch of money. They've been making a lot of money throughout the years. Okay? Now, when we look at as far as our company, we've incorporated all of these things within our individual business. This is what you have. This is what you have. And you didn't go out and negotiate with anybody. This is what you have. So I want you to be proud of that. I want you to understand, like, say, hey, I'm a part of financial services. But what do y'all do? We're part of financial services. We also have nutrition, we have weight loss. It's like, you know, all that stuff is different. No, anything that's going to take money out of my pocket that I'm spending money on anyway, I have this within my program. I have it within my business. Because I'm going to go to GNC, I'm going to go to Walmart, I'm going to go down to the nutrition aisle. I can get it from myself. Nutrition, you know, folks always, every time you turn around now, you know, somebody's selling some type of weight loss product. A lot of it's good. Well, we got to bring it out. Our plan, travel. Kevin told you about that. $165, $185 a night for Western with no breakfast. We get it for $65. How amazing is that? That's pretty darn awesome. It's in your business. You said what you got to be proud of, and that's why I'm really talking to you at this point. You have so much to be proud of as a my econ. If you're selling weight loss, that's what you're selling, weight loss. Nothing's wrong with that. If you're selling skincare products, that's what you're selling, skincare. But my econ, your business has a plethora of products and services for you that you can take anywhere with you across the world, regardless of your business. Even if you're in travel, you're in your business, if it takes you and you're flying out all across the country, you're teaching other folks, you can take this with you, because there are people that's buying product from you because they're saying, man, you know, my energy level is low. Man, I'm having a problem with my knees. Man, I need to lose weight. Woo-wee, I love to travel. I ain't got no money. Got enough money. Okay. He said, oh, well, we have these things in our program. I'd love to share some of this information with you. Really? Now, what is that you do? Well, we teach a system that's called income shifting. You ever heard of it? No, what's that? I'll tell you what, give me your information. Give me your because right in my packet right now, the lady at the front desk, and I talked about income shifting. She said, really? She said, I want to hear about that. And before I could even ask her, she was giving me her information. Okay? So, hey, you have something to be proud of. So Turnkey Business System flow chart, 6 steps, quick start orientation, contacts, invitation, appointments, presentation, because all of this, that's in your packet there. Also, your follow-ups, your close, we show you how to do it, so it's there, not only just in, you just read them. Mr. Stokes, it's creating videos for it. Gives you insight on it. It's in your back office. It's in your back office. All you gotta do is go into your documents, also go to your training. Go to your video training. It's there, it's available to you. So go through and listen and learn that, okay? It's there. There's not rain, there's hand claps, and this is the last of my presentation, in case y'all didn't clap for me.